Hi readers, welcome back to Goddess Garden Book Chat. Here in the garden, we don't just read books, we do immersive deep dives. If you're a regular visitor, welcome back. If you're new, I'm so glad that you joined us. I think you're going to love it here. I'm your host, 11 Goddess. I will be discussing the intro, and then I always come back with my personal perspective after the deep dive, so stay tuned for the entire video. Today, we're stepping into a beautifully intimate and introspective story, one that unfolds entirely within the quiet space of a bed but stretches far beyond it. We're talking about Vanessa in Bed by Diana Grisanti, an immersive audio drama that pulls us into one woman's restless night. And it's a night filled with memories, love, longing, and the echoes of the past. With a stellar narration led by Carla Souza, with an exceptional supporting cast, this story has so much going forward, and it's only an hour and a half long. And it invites us into Vanessa's mind as she wrestles with identity, connection, and the weight of choices, made and unmade. You know what it's like. In those quiet moments when you lay down, a lot can go through your head. So get comfortable, settle in, and let's explore what happens and what makes Vanessa in Bed a deeply personal yet universally resonant listening experience. Let's begin.
Ready to get cozy. Tonight, we're diving deep into a play that all takes place under the covers.
Oh, this is going to be good.
We're taking your review of Vanessa in Bed and really digging into its themes of intimacy, memory, self-discovery.
Sounds intriguing.
Get ready for a fascinating look at how this drama, set in one room, manages to explore the vast landscape of human connection.
What's so clever about Vanessa in Bed is it takes something as common as a sleepless night and turns it into this incredibly personal, intimate journey.
And the entire story happens in her bed.
The entire story. In Vanessa's bed. It actually becomes a surprisingly powerful setting.
You know, I was hooked on that detail from the moment I read your review. You'd think a play in one room would be, well, a little limiting, but you called it compact yet potent.
Right.
What is it about this bed that makes it such a strong storytelling device?
Well, it's more than just, where we sleep. Beds are loaded with meaning. We associate them with vulnerability, intimacy, comfort, even rest. Though Vanessa's wide awake, ironically, it becomes this symbolic space for her to confront all these unresolved feelings and memories she's been carrying around.
And it sounds like she really goes there. Your review mentioned defining relationships and life-changing experiences. Was there a particular moment that struck you as especially powerful?
Absolutely. One of the things Vanessa in Bed does so well is weave together past and present.
Okay.
Vanessa's thoughts jump around in time, just like our minds do when we can't sleep. So one minute she's thinking about a past love, and the next, it's a tense family dinner, then back to our current relationship. Keeps you on your toes.
I can see how that would make it feel really intimate, like we're right there in her head, experiencing these memories alongside her. But how do we actually learn about Vanessa if it's all just her internal monologue?
That's where the structure gets really interesting. It's not just what Vanessa remembers, it's how she remembers it,
Sure.
The playwright, Caridad Fitch, uses these flashbacks to show us not just events from her past, but how those events still make her feel in the present. That's where the real drama unfolds.
Okay, so it's like each memory has these layers to it, revealing something new each time we revisit it with Vanessa.
Exactly. And that's how we get to know her as a character, not just as a collection of memories. We start to see how Vanessa understands herself, how she sees the people in her life through this lens of both the past and the present.
Your review kept mentioning this undercurrent of longing, this sense of Vanessa yearning for something more. Why is that such a big part of the story?
I think that's where this play really nails something universal. Sure, Vanessa's lying awake in bed, but her insomnia feels symbolic of a deeper kind of restlessness.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Right. Like you're searching for a genuine connection, but also a sense of being truly seen and understood.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling of wanting someone to really get us is so relatable. It makes me think about Vanessa's relationships and how they're portrayed in the play.
And that's key to the whole thing. Whether it's a lover, a family member, or even a friend, we see how much Vanessa longs for that connection. She's trying to figure out where she fits in, how those relationships have shaped who she is today.
And all of this is carried by one actress, Carla Souza. That's impressive. Your review raved about her performance.
Rightfully so. Think about it. She has to convey all the emotional nuance of this complex character using only her voice.
Wow.
It's a tour de force performance.
That is a lot of pressure. What is it about her performance that makes it so captivating, especially in a format where you don't have visuals to work with?
It's that rawness, that vulnerability in her delivery that really draws you in. You feel like you're right there with Vanessa, experiencing these memories and emotions alongside her. It's incredibly intimate.
And this is where I think the sound design must play a huge role.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, if it's just her voice, the atmosphere has to be spot on. You mentioned in your review that it was minimalist, but really effective.
Minimalist, but incredibly deliberate. Remember, we only have sound to work with here, so every choice becomes crucial. The way a memory fades in or out, the use of reverb to create a sense of distance. Even those silences between characters speaking, it all adds layers to our understanding of those relationships.
It's like each sound cue is a whisper in your ear, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of what's being said and what's left unsaid. Was there any particular sounds or sonic moments that stood out to you?
You know what really got me? The way they use silence.
Oh, interesting.
It's almost like another character in the play. It allows you to really sit with Vanessa's emotions. One minute, there's this quiet intimacy as she whispers a memory, and the next, you're hit with this profound silence that just hangs in the air. It's incredibly powerful.
Wow, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's amazing how much emotion can be conveyed through sound alone. It's almost like you're listening with your whole body, not just your ears.
That's a great way to put it. And I think that's one of the things that makes audio dramas like this so captivating. By taking away the visual element, it forces you to engage your imagination and connect with the story on this deeper, more visceral level. It's like reading a book with your ears.
I love that analogy, reading with your ears. It makes me think about how, in a way, that's what Vanessa is doing all night as she lies there, lost in thought. She's creating these worlds in her mind, revisiting memories, almost like an inner audio drama of her own.
Now, that's an interesting thought. There's a beautiful parallel there between Vanessa's experience of revisiting these memories and our experience of hearing them brought to life through sound. It's almost as if we're being invited to step inside her mind and experience the world through her eyes, or rather, her ears.
And what about the music? Your review mentioned that it was used sparingly but effectively. What role does music play in shaping the atmosphere of the play?
Ah, the music. It's like the emotional undercurrent of the entire play. It's never overbearing, never trying to tell you how to feel, but it works so well in tandem with the voices and sound effects to enhance those emotional peaks and valleys. A soft melody might underscore a tender memory, or a discordant chord might highlight a moment of confusion or unease. It's all about creating that atmosphere, that mood that washes over you as you listen.
Thinking back to what you said about the play's strengths, the intimate storytelling, the nonlinear structure, the emotional resonance of Carla Souza's performance, it strikes me that all of those elements are amplified by the sound design. It's like the sound isn't just a background element, it's a character in itself.
I couldn't agree more. And that's what makes Vanessa in Bed such a compelling example of the power of sound design and storytelling. It's not just about what you hear, it's about what those sounds make you feel. They linger with you long after the play is over.
You've definitely given me a whole new appreciation for the power of sound. We've talked about Vanessa's journey, the incredible sound design. But for someone listening, what would you say is the biggest takeaway from a play like Vanessa in Bed?
I think at its core, it's a powerful reminder that some of the most profound journeys we take are the ones we take within ourselves. Vanessa might be physically confined to her bed, but her mind travels through time and memory, exploring love, loss, regret, longing the full spectrum of human emotion. And in doing so, it gives us permission to do the same.
To sit with our own uncomfortable thoughts, those late-night memories we try to bury. And maybe, just maybe, come out the other side with a deeper understanding of ourselves and those relationships that have shaped us.
Exactly. It's a reminder that even in solitude, even in the quiet of our own minds, we're never truly alone with our thoughts and feelings. There's a universality to Vanessa's experience that I think anyone who's ever laid awake at night, wrestling with the past or yearning for a deeper connection, will connect with it.
You know, it makes you wonder, what would our own in-bed reflections sound like if someone could hear them? But on that note, maybe we'll keep those inner monologues to ourselves for now. It's amazing how audio dramas can create such an intimate and emotionally resonant experience with just sound.
Yeah, it really speaks to the power of imagination.
It really does.
For both the creators and for us, the listeners. You know, when you take away the visual element, it's like we're being asked to step into the story and co-create the world with the actors. It's a very different kind of engagement.
And Vanessa in Bed really leans into that when you say,
Yeah.
it's not just feeding you a story, it's inviting you to reflect on your own experiences with intimacy, memory, and that universal desire for connection.
Absolutely. I think Karadat Svich the playwright, is holding up a mirror to the human experience. Vanessa's anxieties, her longing to feel seen, understood, her struggle to make sense of her past, we've all been there.
It's true. And that's what makes it so powerful. It reminds us that even in our most private moments, even when we feel alone, we're part of something much larger than ourselves.
It is.
It's oddly comforting, isn't it?
It really is. As we wrap up our deep dive into Vanessa in Bed, what's the one thing you want listeners to take away from this play?
For me, it's the power of sitting with our own thoughts and memories. We tend to avoid those quiet moments of reflection. But Vanessa's journey reminds us that there's value in confronting those things, in allowing ourselves to feel the full range of emotions that come with them.
Beautifully said. Maybe Vanessa in Bed is a gentle nudge to be more present with ourselves, to explore the complexities of our own minds, and to find comfort in knowing that we're all in this human experience together.
It really makes you wonder what memories and reflections keep you awake at night, and what might those quiet moments reveal about your own journey. We'll leave you with that thought. From all of us here at The Deep Dive, thanks for joining us.
I want to thank my chat squad for looking at my review notes and coming up with such an introspective deep dive. I tell you, every time I do a book review and then I run my notes through my filter so that I can create the deep dive, it gives fresh eyes to almost everything I'm reading. Now, that was our deep dive into Vanessa in Bed, a story that reminds us all how the quietest moments can hold the loudest emotions. Vanessa's night of reflection is one many of us can relate to. Those nights where thoughts won't settle and the past feels as present as the air around us. We've all been there. But I would love to know what you think about this. Does this journey resonate with you? Have you read the book? Does this intrigue you to want to spend an hour and a half of your precious time and really find out what's going on here? If you do, then we can keep the conversation going. And you can hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think. Because here at GGBC, we believe every book, every story, and every voice deserves to be explored. So if you love this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow book lovers. That would be fantastic. And if you haven't already, join the Goddess Garden book chat on a regular basis, because these videos are coming weekly. And I have so many books to talk about. I don't want you to miss a single one. And we're going to celebrate books in all their forms. Print, digital, audio, you name it. I love talking about it. So until next time, this is 11 Goddess reminding you every story is a journey. And I'll see you on the next one. Stay curious, stay open, and as always, happy reading.